pop favourites Blur went on to become one of the greatest art school bands of recent years, but when they first left college, their obscure sound was enriched only by the extraordinary talent of shy, retiring guitar wizard Graham Coxon.
Blur had to temper their sound, really. The first recordings we made as demos, people like Creation just told us to get out because it was fairly unlistenable, but most of it was influenced by some Creation bands like My Bloody Valentine, but also late psychedelic music, late 60s stuff like Pink Floyd. And we were trying to marry early Pink Floyd and My Bloody Valentine. I don't think we ever had a problem. I think we were kind of proud of that. It was sort of our heritage. It's what we saw as our heritage, rather like, you know, the people that were obsessed with blues and then got into playing R&B, you know, the Rolling Stones and the Kinks. And I think we saw ourselves as part of that line.
You're dreaming and then you stop dreaming. Time to time you know you're going on another bender.
I think there's tons of evidence of art schoolism in the music I make. I suppose unconsciously it's in the way I might talk or dress or look, or the way I might even walk down the street, and what is happening in my head, I suppose, comes from that art school. And I think art school is that thing at the end of your teenage that you sort of might go to, if I was being dramatic, like a moth to a flame. And I think that happens to hundreds and hundreds of people all the time.
Go on another bender before you come to an end.
You're mixing with people that have different ideas. There's fine artists and sculptors mixing with graphic artists. So I suppose people that are fine artists might incompetently try some graphics and actually do something more exciting than people that are very precious about doing graphics. I think that kind of happened quite a lot. I almost felt slightly ashamed of the musical side of myself, because it was a very serious art school, Goldsmiths, at that time. There was they were already reasonably famous people, only in their second and third years. You know, Sam Taylor-Wood and Damien Hirst. So they were already making their mark. They were already curating shows. Even the people that were rubbish thought they were geniuses. So it was a very serious situation. And so I'd sneak off at night and we would rehearse all night. And then I'd go to art school in the morning and paint or eat pizza.
Britain's unique art school tradition has unquestionably enriched the nation's pop culture. But is that window of opportunity now closed? Is the art school boom over?
I think now the problem isn't the art schools, it's society itself. I think society is just incredibly dull, generally disappointing. You just have to walk up the street and you're disappointed after half an hour.
It was very hard.
I don't know whether art schools are a very healthy place anymore.